What's up, internet? So I got a new mic. I hope it sounds a little bit better. And we also got a new Brendan Fraser film out in theaters this weekend called Rental Family. This is one I actually did get to see a little bit earlier in the week. Shout out to my buddy Aiden for the invite, and also shout out to Searchlight Pictures for inviting him. Put some pictures up here from it, but it was a pretty cool experience. We got to hit a little photo booth, which was fun. They had free drinks, free snacks, and then of course we just got to watch the movie, which I thought was a really solid film. Family is like essentially what the title says. It's a guy getting rented out to other families, but to that extent, Brendan Fraser plays a character named Philip, who's an actor, kind of like a struggling actor. He's been in Japan for I think 7 years is what it was, and he's just not really landing on his feet well with roles. And then he gets this opportunity to fill in for rental families to, like, these real life roles where you're acting with a family some people don't know. And the story kind of just follows that and his attachment to people as he does these roles. I grew up a huge Brendan Fraser kid. I watched the Mummy movies. I'm pretty sure I still have my DVDs of those from being a kid. And also like the Looney Tunes movie, the live action one. I think I still have that also. I watched those movies all the time growing up. So I loved Brendan Fraser when I was younger, and I still love him when I get to see him on screen now. And I'm happy to say he is fucking awesome in this role. This film had some really good comedic moments. I found myself laughing a lot throughout, but it really nails the emotional side also. And that's due to Brendan Fraser's portrayal of Philip here. He's playing an actor who's acting like in these real life moments and attaching himself to people. On the surface level, it's fake. He's getting paid from someone to go be an actor in these people's lives in real life. But even though it's on the surface, it's fake, he attaches himself to them, and the emotion you get out of it is real. Early on, I thought this film did a really good job establishing Philip's character. You kind of feel that he's a loner and doesn't have too many emotional connections. So when he starts to get these roles that involve him being in other people's lives, you can understand why he just like dives in and tries to be the best he can be, and like why he gets these genuine connections, especially with he gets hired to be someone's dad. Obviously, he's not really their dad, but that connection with that daughter, even though it's a fake daughter, you really feel it. Because we also kind of established that Philip's dad wasn't really around in his life, so he wants to be better than that. I also want to give a shout out to the whole other cast here as well. I mean, Brendan Fraser nails his role, like I said, and makes this work. But if everyone else around him wasn't doing so well, it wouldn't work as well, because you wouldn't buy into those emotional connections he's getting throughout the film as much. So shout out to the whole other cast. The little girl who plays Mia here does such a good job. I don't think I've ever seen her in anything before. It was awesome. So I ended up giving Rental Family a 4 out of 5 on Letterboxd. Thought it was a really good film. There's a few reasons you should go see it. One, if you grew up on Brendan Fraser, he's awesome here. Go check that out. Two, if you like comedies, there's a lot of good comedy here. Go check it out. Three, if you just like feeling the emotion, I totally found myself almost crying through this a few times. Go see it for that. Also, it just makes Japan look awesome.